Hi, my name's Lisa. I am the parent of one of the young ambassadors here at Number 5, and I've come today to sing the praises of Number 5 and the services that they provide. Carly, my daughter, was at school at the time and was obviously having difficulties, and she had the most wonderful pastoral advisor at school who mentioned Number 5 service to not only myself but to Carly. I took some time to think about it, spoke to Carly about what she wanted to do, whether she thought it would be a good idea, and I gave Number 5 a call. They told me or explained to me the process of how Number 5 worked and suggested that it would probably be a good idea for Carly to phone herself, as it would be a way in for her to open up and talk about what she needed help with. As somebody who doesn't come from Reading, I'm originally from London, I wouldn't have necessarily known where to look for the help, and I can only thank the pastoral advisor at Carly's school for giving me some information about Number 5. I suppose in a way I could say I probably would have found Number 5, but it probably would have taken me a lot longer to find them without being told about them. So I think what's really important as a parent, and maybe for schools, is that every school should know about Number 5, and if children need help, there will be always somebody at a school that could tell them about the services of Number 5 and other services that are offered in Reading. Parents are really stuck because it's very difficult as a parent not only to accept that your child needs help, but to find the help that your child might need. Parent, it's also sometimes difficult to accept that you can't do everything for your child, and that we as parents have to accept that there are others that could possibly do things for our children that we cannot. That doesn't mean to say that you're giving up being a parent. It just means that maybe we're doing more as a parent by seeking out help for our children. Really, when children are going through difficulties, it could be something to do with home, it could be something to do with family or friends that their children are not comfortable talking to parents about. That doesn't make us bad parents, it just means that we can't do that for our children. Carly came to Number 5 with me on her first visit. I sat in the waiting room, I waited for her, she came out, and even after the first visit, I could see that we'd done the right thing for her by bringing her to Number 5. She was comfortable coming. She'd met a very nice counsellor who'd explained that she would have up to 20 sessions if she needed it, that she would be seeing the same person each week, and it would be at the same time on the same day each week, unless either one of them was unable to make it, but they would know in advance. Carly went through the process. She didn't talk a lot about it, she mentioned a few things, but that was totally up to her, because as counselling is a confidential service, what goes on between counsellor and child is confidential, and we as parents don't need to know, or shouldn't really need to know, what's going on, because if I went to a counsellor, I would not necessarily want to be discussing it with any member of my family, because it's a personal thing that goes on between counsellor and child. When Carly went through the process, it was quite an unbelievable change that I saw in her. The confident person that I saw at the end that wasn't there at the beginning, Carly blossomed coming to Number 5. She dealt with her issues. She acknowledged that there were issues were still there, but she learnt ways of dealing with the problems that she was faced with. And all I can say is that if you're a child and you can see your child has problems, go and seek help, because as I said before, you're not giving up being a parent, you're doing more for your child, seeking out help for that person than you could possibly know.